Welcome back to MPWF Superstars, ladies and gentlemen. What we have right here is the new MPWF Divas champion, Brie Bella. We found out this past Monday night on MPWF Raw, episode 8. Brie Bella has now became the financial advisor of the cabinet, and you can see her there doing business deals there on her cell phone as she makes her way to the ring. We see the complete change in Brie Bella. Brie Bella was, the bubbly, happy-go-lucky diva who wanted to, prove herself here in the MPWF. I mean, she had a great ambition trying to bring the Divas Championship to the MPWF, but then completely sold her soul to Mr. Vermongo to do personal favors for him as his financial advisor, and is often being referred to now as a slut, and there's no other way to see it, as she is basically whored away to become the MPWF Divas Champion. And now tonight, she's making her way for action here tonight on MPWF Superstars. I mean, Brie Bella is no doubt impressive. I mean, did she seriously have to sell herself, sell her body to become the MPWF Divas Champion? I mean, that is not how women should make their way up in any kind of form or fashion. And Brie Bella just completely disrespecting all that women have done for themselves in these past 50 years in the world, just to become the MPWF Divas Champion. But I mean, a championship will make you do absolutely anything. And now Brie Bella in competition with a female jobber, as she has no name. She is just competing here, and I mean, has the opportunity of a lifetime on the big stage of the MPWF to prove herself and defeat the MPWF Divas Champion Brie Bella. And you can see Brie Bella mocking this woman as she has no name. So I can't really call her by a name because she has no name. And again, another crossbody there by Brie Bella, taking down the female jobber, and now a Hurricane Rana taking down the diva. I honestly have no idea what I'm going to call this woman. And Brie Bella Irish whip, now sending the diva into the turnbuckle, and now setting her up on the top rope. And what a slap there by Brie Bella. Brie Bella looking for an arm drag off the second rope. Huge impact there by the MPWF Divas Champion. And we said Brie Bella is no doubt impressive. On MPWF Metal a couple weeks back, she took on Michelle McCool, where she showed her athleticism and skill. We've seen her do some pretty amazing stuff with her twin sister in the WWE. Some of those interesting things, not always at the interest of fairness, but nonetheless, it always helps Brie Bella and Nikki Bella pick up a victory. And that's what Brie Bella is doing right now. She is pounding the hell out of this diva in this matchup. Brie Bella exerting her force here, showing why she should be the dominant diva here in the MPWF. And there's tremendous impact there with that X Factor by Brie Bella, now going for the cover. And there's absolutely no way this diva is kicking out. And 3, and Brie Bella is victorious here tonight on MPWF Superstars. The MPWF Divas Champion picking up a solid victory here tonight. I mean, even this crowd is impressed here by Brie Bella. And Brie Bella, a new win here since becoming the financial advisor of the cabinet. And you can see there the new persona of Brie Bella shining as she's celebrating here tonight. And the next question you gotta ask here is, what is next for the brand new MPWF Divas Champion with an impressive first matchup since being crowned the new Divas Champion? Who does she want to challenge her for that MPWF Divas Championship? And when that happens, when will it happen? And, well, Brie Bella's picked up the microphone. She's about to speak. Yeah, I guess it's just coincidence then, Brie Bella. Well, I certainly hope, I think I speak for all the entire MPWF fan base, that the cabinet are not the future of wrestling.
Bring me down. Bring me down. Nothing bring me down. Bring me down. Nothing bring me.
I need the best drinks. I love the best hoes. I roll the best weed and blow the best smoke. Mama, they love me from NY here back to Fresno. But they trying to bring your son down like the West Coast. See them instrumental on top of these instrumentals. I can say that we the same, but it's too hard to pretend to. You ain't been through what I've been through, bitch. Man, I'm daunted to the game. It's cool, I got my incident.
I'm trying to be what I'm destined to be, and niggas trying to take my life away. I put a hole in a nigga for fucking with me. My back on the wall, now you gon' see. Better watch how you talk when you talk about me.
Oh wow, and Brie Bella challenges Chandrella Johnson to the MPWF Divas Championship. And you gotta believe that Chandrella Johnson is gonna want to accept that. That is huge news there. So I mean, Brie Bella making the first challenge for her title. And Chandrella Johnson is looking to become the top of the Divas division, and she has the perfect opportunity. And it would be in her best interest to take advantage of it against Brie Bella. But up next, ladies and gentlemen, is our third matchup of the evening, as White Boy Fresh is set to take on Brian Adams. Ladies and gentlemen, we've talked about before how impressive Brian Adams has been since coming to YouTube here in the MPWF. What a year it has been for Brian Adams, and he continues to impress. I mean, last week we saw him have a great matchup with MXE, and he had a great matchup with Lamar James Jackson on MPWF Sunday Night Metal. Then on MPWF Raw, he took part in the Royal Rumble preview matchup. We had a decent showing in that match too, and now Brian Adams finds himself against the Cruiserweight Champion. Brian Adams has already said that he would love to challenge Lethal Mathematics for that YouTube Championship. But what he's going to be focusing on is a 30-man Royal Rumble matchup that will be taking place at the Royal Rumble, which Brian Adams will be a part of. And if he wins that matchup, he will have the opportunity to headline WrestleMania and challenge for the Undisputed Championship. But another man who has definitely some objections to that is the Cruiserweight Champion, White Boy Fresh. Another man who's been extremely impressive and has greatly improved since debuting in the MPWF. White Boy Fresh, the Cruiserweight Champion, defeated El Masko Luchaderes for that Cruiserweight title at MPWF, The Bash, where he won his first singles championship. White Boy Fresh has been riding the waves of success since then, picking up victories. Unfortunately, he lost in a 6-man tag team matchup. He was not pinned, but nonetheless, it still counts as a loss on his resume, and he's looking to pick up a victory here tonight to make up for that loss that his team picked up on SmackDown. And it's going to be tough, because it's going to be against a much larger and bigger Brian Adams. You can see Brian Adams already in the face of White Boy Fresh, but White Boy Fresh isn't afraid of Brian Adams because he's bigger than him. White Boy Fresh is going to take the fight to Brian Adams, and I'll kick him in the gut, this White Boy Fresh. Now, Irish Whip sending Adams into the turnbuckle. Oh, a spear there by White Boy Fresh. Now Fresh picking Adams up, Adams throwing him away, and a big-time shoulder block there by Brian Adams. You see Brian Adams there showing off his muscles to White Boy Fresh. Both these men great young competitors in the MPWF. Definitely the future of what you're about to see here in the later years to come in the MPWF. And you can see Michelle McCool, Brian Adams' girlfriend, on the outside of the ring. And she is not going to be too happy about the fact that Brie Bella wants to challenge Chandrella Johnson in the MPWF Divas Championship matchup, where Michelle McCool in fact has a victory over Brie Bella in the first Divas matchup on YouTube here in the MPWF. So you know Michelle McCool is going to have something to say about that, but right now she's outside the ring making sure her man defeats White Boy Fresh, but White Boy Fresh is pounding away at her man. Now Irish Whip sending Brian Adams to the outside of the ring. Now White Boy Fresh on the top rope, looking to show some of that cruiserweight action as he comes up the top, and there's a net break off the top rope, taking down Brian Adams. And this has been a great match thus far here tonight on MPWF Superstars between these two competitors. Now White Boy Fresh sending Brian Adams into the corner, and ladies and gentlemen, White Boy Fresh